Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to day 11 of our January Yoga Challenge. We're kicking off week 3 today, and I am so glad that you are here with me. What do you say we get started in Child's Pose? Come onto your mat and join me for today's 25-minute practice. We're working our way up to 30 minutes. Let's get started in Child's Pose. Come onto your mat. And come into your Child's Pose. And you can work with any variation of Child's Pose that you like here. But right away, start to feel your breath. Start to work with your breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Take a big inhale. And a big exhale. Breathing in, fill up. And breathing out. Emptying out. So you can notice that. You can notice maybe what you carry onto your mat with you today, this morning. Maybe stuff from yesterday, maybe anticipation for the rest of the day. As you tune into your breath, I hate to say you can let that stuff go, right? Because that's pretty cliche and really challenging. But you can certainly keep coming back to your breath, feel the movement of your breath, and release your breath. Let your breath go. You don't have to hold on to your breath here. And maybe that's a good place to start, a good practice to begin the practice of letting go. Let's take one more big inhale. And a big exhale. Come on up to your tabletop, hands and knees, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, spread your fingers wide, and move through a couple of cat-cows here. On your inhale, lift your gaze, your tailbone, and then as you exhale, round your spine. You can tuck your chin into your chest, lift out the shoulders. A big breath in, heart lifts, gaze goes up, tailbone lifts. And as you exhale, round your spine. If you want to add in additional movement, maybe some side-to-side movement here, you can. And when you're ready, come to your neutral spine and make your way into your downward facing dog. So just noticed I have a string hanging from my pants. Hope my pants don't fall apart. So go ahead, come on into your downward facing dog or come back down for your Child's Pose. Spread your fingers wide in your downward dog. Set your feet. You can set your gaze or close your eyes. And if you want to add in some movement here, you might walk out your dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Moving your breath, starting to move your body. Moving some energy, beginning to awaken your energy. Here, let's take a really big deep breath in. As you exhale, make your way to the front of your mat. Set your feet at about hips width distance and come out into your ragdoll. Hang forward. You can put opposite hand into the crook of opposite elbow. You can let your hands dangle or come to blocks. Bend in your knees here is really nice. Maybe a little bit of movement here. Letting all of your movement be intentional. So you feel your breath, you feel your movement, your body, feel where you are right here, right now. Especially if your head gets stuck in yesterday or jumps ahead to later today. Come back, feel your body, feel this breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Release your hands, walk your feet closer together to touch, and come on up to stand. Rise up, hands reach high, heart lifts, a big inhale. Hands to your heart, exhale. You can set your gaze, lower your gaze or close your eyes. You can set an intention for your practice today, maybe an intention for your day. Let's take a big breath in. And a long breath out. Inhale, sweep up, reach up. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Take a couple of breaths here. Feet on your mat, they're flat and straight, together or apart, but an intentional foundation. Hands, find a place that works for your hands. And let your spine lengthen, your heart lift. Low belly draws in and up. Take a big inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Flat back, inhale. Now bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, high plank. Fingers spread wide. Take up some space with your hands. Arms are long. Knees can be lifted or lowered. Take a big breath in here. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down for your low push-up chaturanga. On your inhale, cobra, low cobra, or your upward facing dog. And as you exhale, back to your downward dog, or add in your child's pose. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. We had our first day of yoga teacher training yesterday. And so I find as I start this practice, my head keeps jumping back. It happens, right? Your mind jumping all around. So you just notice it and come back. As soon as you can, come back to this breath. Take another big inhale here. Exhale. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Rise up. Lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up. And again, you can have your knees down here for a little more support. Take a deep breath in, strong core forward. Halfway down or all the way down. Maybe you just drop your knees here. Inhaling, upward dog or any variation. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Set your gaze or close your eyes so you're working with traditional drishti, or if you close your eyes, you're simply working with focusing. Focusing your attention on where you are, by focusing on your body, by focusing on this breath, and by focusing on your intention. Take another big inhale here. Exhale lightly. Step or jump to the front. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Once more. Inhale. Rise up. Reach and lift. Fold forward. Exhale. Empty out. Halfway lift. Flat back, inhale, hands to your mat, step back, high push-up. Moving forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push-up. Squeeze your elbows in, inhaling. Upward facing dog, still moving forward, leading with your heart. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, and a long breath out. A big inhale. And a big exhale. One more deep breath in here. Exhale lightly. Walk or jump to the front. Halfway lift, flat back. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift and reach. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit down, sit back. Set your feet. They can be together or apart, but even. Big toes, a little bit closer together than your heels. Hands higher at your heart. Strong core, strong, steady breath that allows you to soften. Maybe you can soften your shoulders, soften your face, your jaw. Take a big breath in here. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to your mat, high push-up. Forward and down, low push-up. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Step up and rise up. It can be one big step to come up to your warrior one. Maybe it's a couple of smaller steps. Set your front foot so it's flat and straight. Big bend in your front knee. You can always ease off from that. Back foot is flat. Back toes point a little bit forward, and then maybe you can bring your left hip forward and your right hip back. And you're paying attention to your feet. Not because, right, you're trying to get it right. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're trying to create something that is right for you and something that offers you stability and support. So then you can soften a little bit. Take one more big inhale here. Open out to your warrior two. Adjust your feet. You can lengthen your stance. Keep that big bend in your front knee, or again, you can ease off. Arms can extend front to back. They can come to your heart. Notice if you start to lean forward over your right thigh. Right? Reach back equally through your left arm. Lengthen. Lengthen through your arms, but also lengthen through your spine. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky and take your right hand high. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Working with that big bend in your front knee, you can really lift from this right hip, some space in your right side body. Take a big inhale here. Exhale. Hands come down to your mat. Step back, high push up. Move forward, halfway down or all the way down. Low push up. Upward dog. Take a big breath in, cobra or low cobra. Exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Now your left foot steps forward. Warrior one. Right foot spins flat. Rise up. Check in with your feet. Check in with your hands. Check in with your breath. Take a big breath in. And a long breath out. It's simpler to connect to your front foot. You have that big bend in your front knee. Your front foot is in front of you. It's a little more challenging to connect to the back foot. So can you feel that? Can you feel the baby toe side of your back foot roll down into your mat? Lift and lengthen through your back leg. And on this side, maybe some room to bring the right hip forward and the left hip back. Lifting up out of your hips, long and tall through your spine, your upper body. A little lift to your chest, your heart. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Take one more big inhale here. Open out. Warrior two. Again, taking your feet farther apart. Big bend in your front knee. Extend through your arms or bring your hands to your heart, maybe to your hips. If your arms extend, balanced, and you are extending front to back, but you're extending from your center. And a big piece of the balance is extending without overextending. So notice that starts to happen. Right? You feel like you're struggling. There's challenge, absolutely. There's challenge just in showing up. And then as you start to move through the poses, right, more challenges. You can meet all of these challenges on your mat and as you move through your day with breath and with intention. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Spin your palms to the sky and take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Reach up and go back. Keeping that bend in your front knee, lift from your left hip, long and strong through your right leg. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, hands down to your mat. High push up to low push up. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Bring your feet together, a little bit forward. Extend your right leg up to the sky. Now step your right foot to your right thumb for your crescent lunge. Rise up. Left heel lifted, right foot flat. Really ground through your right foot. Engage your core. Take a big inhale. Airplane Dekasana. Lift off. You can slide your left foot in. Lift it right up. Sweep your hands back. Roll your shoulders back. Spin your palms down towards the ground. That will help you roll your shoulders back, and that will help you lift your chest a little higher. Right, lift your chest, but lift your heart. Right, breathe in, breathe up. Lift through your standing leg. Extend out through that left leg. Take a deep breath in. Lightly drop back to your crescent lunge. Find your footing here. Maybe your right foot a little to your right. Bring your arms out to the side at shoulder height. Palms face forward. And twist to your right. So high twist. Right hand reaches back. Left hand reaches forward. You can have your back knee lifted, or you can drop it down to the ground. Take a long breath in. And a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. As you inhale, come all the way around to your warrior two. Spin your back foot flat. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your right hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Right elbow lands lightly on your right leg. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Check in with your feet so you have a strong foundation here. Now extend your top arm forward. Let your left shoulder roll back. Soften your toes. If you want to slide your right hand down, inside or outside the front foot, you can. Take a deep breath in. Then a long breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Reach your top arm back up. Now, wrap it around behind your back. Come on into your half bind with your right elbow on your right leg, or play around with your full bind. You might be able to hook your hands under your right thigh. And even if you can't hook your hands, but you want to see what's possible, right? This approach of playing around with it. It's not pushing or forcing to make something happen, but softening into it, allowing yourself to really feel where you are, feel your breath. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Now reach your top arm back up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. On your inhale, straighten your right leg and reach your hands high. Exhale, come back to your warrior two. Inhale, straighten your right leg, hands reach up. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, straighten your right leg, hands reach up. Here, hands stay lifted, but pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat, feet parallel or pigeon-toed. Strong core, big inhale. As you exhale, start to tip forward. Watch out for rounding. Pause at the halfway point, your torso pretty much parallel to the ground. Strong core, big inhale here. Hands come under your shoulders. Halfway lift on your inhale, lengthen and fold. As you exhale, you can keep your hands under your shoulders. If you want to spin your fingers around and walk your hands back through your legs, you can. You might soften your knees here. Notice your breath. Notice if you've lost the flow of your breath. Take a big inhale and a long exhale. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Hands under shoulders. Come halfway up. Pivot around towards the back edge of your mat. Your left toes point towards the back edge of your mat. Walk your hands around. You're in a runner's lunge here. Right foot steps to meet your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Lift and reach. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift. Flat back, inhale. Hands to your mat. Step back, high push up. Knees lifted or lowered. Forward, halfway down or all the way down, low push up. Upward facing dog, your cobra or your low cobra on your inhale. And as you exhale, back to your downward facing dog. Take a long breath in. And a big breath out. Now bring your feet together. Walk them in an inch or two so you shorten your stance in your downward dog. And lift your left leg up to the sky. Take a big breath in here. Crescent lunge, left foot steps up, right heel stays lifted, rise up, hands reach up, grounded through your left foot, connected through your core, big inhale, airplane, Dekasana. Lift off with your right leg. Lift your right leg, extend through your right leg, lift up through your left leg. Take your hands back, spin your palms down, roll your shoulders back, almost like your upward dog or your cobra. Right, your chest lifts, and as you feel where you are, even if you feel a little unsteady or you fall out of the pose, feel where you are. You're here. Hopefully that helps you to lift your heart. Take a big breath in, drop back to your crescent lunge. Bring your arms up to the side, palms face forward, high twist to your left. Your right arm extends forward and your left arm extends back. You can have your back knee lifted or you can bring it down. Pull your left knee into your center line. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. A big inhale and a big exhale. On this inhale, come all the way around to your warrior two. Adjust your feet. Spin your palms to the sky. Take your left hand high, reverse your warrior. Side angle, Parsva Konasana. Your left elbow lands lightly on your left leg. Your right arm extends up. Feet are set, soften your toes. Extend your top arm forward, so really long through your whole right side body here. Let your right shoulder roll back. If you want to slide the bottom hand down, inside or outside your front foot, you can. Feel that what you can do is take a deep breath in, then a long breath out. Reach your top arm back up, wrap it around behind your back. Now your half bind or your full bind. So whatever variations you're working with, you never have to feel like you can't do something because you're here And you can be here. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. Breathe in and breathe out. Reach your top arm up. Let it bring you up to your warrior two. On your inhale, straighten your left leg and hands reach up. Exhale, come on back to your warrior two. Bend your left knee. Inhale, left leg straightens, hands reach high. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, come on up. Hands reach up. Now, pivot your toes towards the side edge of your mat. Feet parallel or pigeon-toed. A big breath in. As you exhale, start to fold forward. Right, using your core, pause at the halfway point. Hands come under your shoulders. Fold forward as you exhale. You can adjust where you have your hands. If you want to add in some movement here, maybe add in some movement. Soften your toes. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Another big inhale. And a big exhale. Hands under your shoulders, come halfway up. Pivot back around towards the front edge of your mat. Your right toes point to the front. You're in your runner's lunge, plant your hands. Left foot steps to meet your right. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to stand. Rise up, reach and lift. Fold forward, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Bring your hands to your mat. Step back to your high push-up, your high plank. You can have your knees lifted or lowered here. Slowly lower to your mat. Elbows squeeze in. 5, 4. You can drop your knees. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Flip over onto your back. Set your feet flat. About hips width distance. Connect down through your feet. And on your inhale, come up for your bridge. Lift your hips. Once your hips are lifted, can you feel the alignment of your knees over your ankles? You can keep your arms and hands alongside you. You can interlace your fingers under your low back here. If you interlace your fingers under your low back, you can wiggle your shoulders under a little more, knuckles towards your heels. You can also use your hands to lift your hips or a block to lift your hips. Use your breath to help you lift your hips, but also to help you lift your heart. Take a big breath in and a long breath out. And breathe in and breathe out. A big inhale and a big exhale. And take one more deep breath in here, fill up. As you exhale, slowly lower down, upper, middle, low back, come to your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Drop your knees to the sides, Supta, Baddha Konasana. Take a really big inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, empty out. And you can have your hands on your legs. You might bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Also let your arms and hands come alongside you. So here we'll add in a short Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Allow your shoulders to soften. If you want to put blocks under your knees, you can. Feeling if you can soften your face, your jaw, and again, still tuning into your breath. Soften into this right here, right now. Take another big inhale. And a big exhale. and take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for joining me for this practice today. Remember, take your time. Take as much time as you like here. Thank you for taking this time to practice with me. I'd love to hear how it's going. Leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Heather. I'm the Yogi. Thanks for joining me today. I will be back again tomorrow. I hope you will be too for our next practice. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I'll see you tomorrow.